Hey guys, this is Dan again. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say thanks for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. And please share if you like my videos so far. I'm intending to add more as I go along with populating my tank. So last I made a video, I put in some hermit crabs to try to fend off these algae growth, and so far they're doing a good job. They're like crawling everywhere on the rocks and also on the sand, but I think I would add more, like probably a dozen more. It looks super cute when they're walking around, so it does add some aesthetic to the tank even though they're not that colorful. So today I finally received my replacement skimmer. It took a couple of weeks. The first one arrived, but it was damaged, so I had to send it back, and the company needed for me to return the old one first before they would send out a new one. And I'm going to do an unboxing video of this Octo protein skimmer.
I'm gonna unbox the skimmer for you. Here are all of the parts that go inside of the skimmer. This is the main body, so you probably want to take this one out first. And you just want to make sure these parts that protrude from the main body aren't damaged. So when you get these, you want to make sure you inspect it for any damage first. This is the collector that's going to go on top, and this is what you're going to clean. Here is the pump that's going to power the skimmer. And then you have some various parts which you're going to need to use to assemble this. This valve, I forget what it's for, but it's also going to be connected to one of the pieces. And they give you a converter. It's like a metric to an imperial, so 40 millimeters to 1 1/4 inch. I don't think we'll need to use it here today. I think it depends on your system setup. That looks like that's everything in the box. In the instructions, they give you a checklist of all the items. Unfortunately, the directions are pretty sparse. They just give you an exploded view diagram, and this is the one you kind of have to look at to try and figure out how to put this together. This is the top cover, and it comes taped up. Obviously, you're gonna need to remove it when you service the collection cup. This one is the easiest part, and because it's more or less disconnected, I'm probably gonna put this on a little afterward. This piece right here is gonna connect there, but you're gonna need to put it through this pipe. This is what they're calling the gate valve. And this is called the silencer. Comes with a plastic cap on one of the sides. This is the one you're gonna need to clamp on the side. So you're gonna wanna use the smaller tube for this one. And this is actually eventually gonna plug into the skimmer pump. So this ring is gonna be attached to the skimmer pump. Wanna make sure you get as much as the tube connected as possible so it doesn't slip out later. There is a hole here, right there. And now I'm gonna attach this holder here with the screw. And you will need a flathead or slot screwdriver to put this in. I don't think you have to put this really tight. You just wanna make sure it doesn't fall off. And then now you're gonna put the silencer and just slide it through because it fits pretty snugly. And then you're gonna need this to connect to the skimmer pump. I think this tubing is extra. So pretty much the last piece is the skimmer pump. This is what's gonna pump water into the skimmer and then help collect all the protein. And this is pretty heavy, so you wanna make sure you don't drop it because you'll easily damage it. In the directions, depending on which model you get, this is the 150 internal. It doesn't come with this part. I was a little confused when I first looked at it, but then it says in the postscript that this Q part isn't included in the ones beside the 2000 and the 3000S. So this is simply just gonna connect here. But before I do that, I wanna connect the skimmer pump to this, which is gonna be screwed on right here. And this is where you also wanna be extremely careful of the plastic pieces and make sure they're not defective before you install this. And then looking at the picture, you're gonna wanna situate this sideways. So you're gonna wanna connect this here, and there is a circular connector, which is gonna help go onto the thread. So you just want to make sure this is snug, but you want to make sure you be careful and support this so that you don't break this plastic piece off. And then lastly, I'm going to connect this over here. And last but not least is the collection cup with the top cover. And this one is just gonna go on with this rubber gasket, so it's just gonna slide right in. And this is the piece you're gonna have removed. That's why it's not gonna be permanently attached to the body. It's just gonna be a snug fit. It's not gonna be permanently screwed on or anything because you're gonna wanna take it out to clean it every now and again. And what you never wanna do is lift this by the cup because the weight of this will drop it and you might end up damaging your skimmer. So when you're holding this, so after you've assembled it and you're ready to put it onto your sump, make sure you're not holding it by the collection pump. Make sure you're supporting the body down here and supporting the pump because that is a really heavy piece. So the pump here, you wanna make sure you're supporting it as you're putting it into your sump. And you also wanna make sure that the cord isn't touching any of the water. Ideally, you wanna do like a U shape so that in case anything drips, it won't drip down to your electrical connector. And next, I will show you in action how it performs in the sump. All right, so I just put the skimmer into the sump and it's gonna get plugged in and we'll see this in action. You can already see that the pump is bringing water and there's a lot of foam. So that valve earlier, that's to adjust the water flow. And as you can see, it's already spitting out water that it's getting from the skimmer body. And you can turn that red knob left and right to adjust how much water gets into the skimmer. And they have recommendations for the model number. And there's probably forums also that have good suggestions on your type of tank, what type of fish or organisms you have inside, to figure out what's the most optimal level so that you can get the most out of the skimmer. This tank has been housing life for about 2 weeks with the coral and the fish. You can see there's a lot of foam going on. So all this foam is eventually gonna go bubble up in here, and that's where you wanna clean it. So that pump, you can see here, is blasting the water in and aerating it.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. I will let you know how the skimmer works. I took out some water before I added the skimmer. I'm going to do a test on that and compare it after a few days of having the skimmer on. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and share if you like my videos.